All right. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy King Red Diamonds, and I'm back for another Nioh 2 video. I know it's been a while. Been working on a lot of stuff, getting stuff together for future videos and everything. So I appreciate everyone being patient with me. Um, but in the time that I have been gone, I've been working. So I bring to you my Spearman build. Um, this was actually a request from was from somebody, and I appreciate that person. Um, he asked if I could do a spear build, so I threw this one together. Um, this build is pretty good. I like with most of my builds, because I do get a lot of questions as to like whether they're viable in Underworld and all that other stuff. Every single build I make is viable in the Underworld. You just have to grind out the plus values on them. So if you get your plus values maxed out, I think the max is like plus 120 or something like that, level 200. But if you get your plus values maxed out to 120 and your levels to 200 for your gear and everything, you will be able to take on Underworld with any build that I come up with. They're all viable, so it just depends on what you're looking for. I'm actually in the middle of making a build that's going to pretty much run me completely through depths of the Underworld. I'll showcase that when the time comes, but for now we're on the spear. um, Forewarning for you guys, I am not the best with the spear. The spear is a pretty difficult weapon to master. It's funny because when I first started playing Nioh, I looked up certain things like what weapon would be the best for me, or what weapon would be best for a beginner and stuff like that. And spear actually was one of the top weapons that'd be best for beginners. That was a lie, because the spear has a lot of different skills that are hard to combo into. Um, you can do combos if you're really skilled at the game. I'm pretty much on the, I'm teetering in the middle somewhere. Like I'm good at skill-based play, but I'm not great. And I'm also pretty good at the RPG level, but I'm not great. So I'm in between the ranges of those. But the spear is a very to me difficult weapon to use, because like I said, it's hard to combo. The key management is abysmal. It is horrible. But I tried my best with this build, and honestly I think it turned out pretty damn good. If you ask me, it can destroy all of Dream of the Nioh. I mean, it can destroy all of Dream of the Nioh. It can take you through the Underworld, all 108 floors in Underworld, and then it'll probably take you into the depths. But like I said before, make sure that you're getting your builds maxed out. Level 200 plus 120. You got to for depths of the Underworld, because it gets really crazy. But yeah, let's go through it. So I am using the 6-piece Japan's Bravest Plus set, which comes with the additional attack bonus Constitution. I'm mainly using it for the damage taken, melee damage, and the active skill damage. The tornado damage is really good, but I'm not using it for that. That's just a bonus that I get. I'm using it for the Constitution, active skill, and melee damage. And I am pairing it with the Takemi Nakata's Grace. Now, as you can see, I only have 6 pieces because of this right here. I do not have a ranged weapon Takemi Nakata. I've been grinding so much in the Underworld, and it's just not dropping for me. So when I do get that piece, I will have that extra 20% active skill damage, which will make me do a lot more damage. So when y'all show you the build, take into account that I'm not getting that extra 20% active skill damage because I'm not running the full 7-piece set. But when I do get that, then it'll be perfect for this build, and this build will do so much damage. Of course, like I said, the Japan's Bravest, you only need 5 pieces in order to get the full set bonus. Make sure that you do get the plus one and not the regular one. I actually had someone ask me how, like if smithing texts were, still viable. Yes, they are. What you can do is, for example, If I was to go down, let's see if I have one. Ah, perfect. Okay, so you see how this one is a Divine Gear Japan's Bravest. It does not come with the attack bonus Constitution. It's just the base set. What I can do is I can go over to the blacksmith. Welcome. Go to soul match. This is after you may have like forged the piece. So say I just forged that exceptional one's helmet. Say I just forged this and it comes out as a divine. If I want to inherit the Japan's Bravest plus set onto this piece of gear, I just have to soul match it with a piece of gear that is under that set. So yeah, I'll unlock this for now. I guess since I'm using it, let me do this. Can I? No. Hold up. Okay, so go back to this, and then to this. Okay, so you see how it's Divine Green Japan's Bravest, right? If I soul match it with a piece that is already Japan's Bravest plus, that piece of gear will inherit the Japan's Bravest, as you can see. And then to get it to ethereal, you just find a piece of gear that has rarity inheritance, and then you just change it to ethereal. But that's how you can get more sets or more pieces for them. The easiest way for me personally would be to forge the gear and then go through stages and stuff with using ethereal item drop rate and stuff like that. So stuff like this. So ethereal item drop rate, I would say that would be the easiest one, because then you have a better chance of them dropping as ethereals. So that's one way you can do it. But yeah, if you do have trouble getting pieces of gear, I would say forge them, especially if they're plus gear. Forge them first, and then pretty much just farm up any stage you can to get them to drop. You will need lucky drop weapons and armor on your pieces, on your accessories, just in case, to help with even more of a chance to get the drops. But that's how I pretty much farmed up these pieces of gear. Still, like I said, I need another Takemi Nakata. Once I do, this build will be pretty much set. But as you can see from my accessories, Yasakani, of course, for the set bonus requires -1, and paralysis on Momori, just because it had Takemi Nakata's grace, plus it has some pretty good star effects on it. Scroll of the Dam, ultimate courage, ultimate stamina. My weapon is scaled with Constitution because I am taking advantage of the attack bonus Constitution. But I'm using ultimate courage and ultimate stamina because, for one, this gear is really heavy. This is really heavy gear. Okay, I'm at 355. If I hit 350 toughness, I'll be at AA toughness, and ultimate stamina will allow me to get there. Okay, I'm using ultimate courage because, like I told you, key management for the spear is abysmal. So ultimate courage is going to help me with doing with pretty much managing my key and not having me run out of key as often as I would if I didn't run ultimate courage. You can run ultimate constitution. It just gives you health regen, so it's not really that big of a deal. But the ultimate courage, it helps a lot with this build. Same magic as always, my most versatile magic. I did switch up one piece. I added a purification talisman, just to, you know, get purity on the enemy and stuff like that, because I've learned that purity actually, you can get purity on an enemy much quicker than you can get, say, corruption. So purity is perfect. Even for human enemies, it doesn't matter, but yokai enemies for sure, purity is by far the best to win against them. Purity actually helped me through a lot of stages in the depths. I couldn't get past the sixth stage for a while. I switched to a purity based build and blew right through it. But yeah, purification talisman just to help with the purity, but everything else is the same. Barrier, for key recovery and instant yokai pool, purifications, regen, rejuvenation for life regen, steel for defense, extraction for life recovery, arch yokai for anima gain, lightning's familiar of course to get lightning on the enemy, slow them down, and to get my confusion buff up, and of course my purification, and then my speed running ninjutsu as always. This time I am running Atlas Bear. The reason why I'm running Atlas Bear is because, again, like I told you, the spear's key management is terrible. So Atlas Bear gives me a damage boost when I have low key. It also gives me faster window recovery and an extra 5% melee. Life drain on grapple is 200. Why not? So yeah, I just decided to run Atlas Bear with this. The soul cores really don't matter with this build. You can run whatever you like. I'm running these three because I just felt like I wanted to. Ippon, of course, because of the key damage. And Tate Boshi is actually a very good soul core. It's really a really good soul core because you get increased attack on and rid absorption for one. But her spinning slicing move right here, it does a lot of damage. And Aberrant is just like a combo cancel. So anytime I'm getting stuck, like anytime I might be in a combo too long, I can just throw out a Aberrant Soldier and boom, cancel the combo, go back right into it. As for our stats, 200 Constitution because that's what my weapon scales with. Heart is at 101 because I'm just gonna put the rest of my points into that just so I can get more key. Courage is at 150 for the ultimate courage. Stamina is at 200 because due to me being in really heavy gear, it took about 200 stamina for me to even get into B agility. The only way I would say you don't use that much stamina is if you were to get the star effect, which is known as max equipment weight. I think I have a piece that actually has it on there. Here it is. Okay, max equipment weight right here. It increases your maximum weight of equipment you can carry. So if you roll max, if you are lucky enough to get max equipment weight on all of your gear, you will be able to use less stamina, put less points into stamina with this build. That way you're able to spread your points out a little bit more. But for the time being, I'm at 200 stamina, so that's what we're rocking. Strength is at 40 because I had to put it up that high just to, you know, get myself under 70% equipment weight for B agility. Skills at 10 just to beat the soft cap. Dex is 30 of course for the capacity, and magic 30 for the capacity. As you can see, I'm at 344 toughness. 350, like I said again, will put me in double A toughness. So if I do try to remodel with my gear, which I probably won't be able to because I have to, it's too heavy. But if I can somehow get max equipment weight on some rolls later on, then I'll definitely run that gear and then put me into double A toughness. But as for my special effects, it's not much going on here. Active skill damage 12.6, melee is 41.1, which is really good. As for other stuff, it's pretty much spread out. This build is more so just for like pure active skill and melee damage. It's not really much to say about the special effects of it, other than, you know, just trying to get good rolls on your equipment. Because Takemi Nakata is a pretty much damage based set. It's not for like debuffing and stuff like that. It's pretty much pure damage. So you take what you can get. Somebody actually asked last time for me to show my clan. The clan I'm running is the Meta clan. Meta clan gives you the big, humongous damage on grapples. Once you drain an enemy's key, you do a grapple, it'll give them the lower defense effect. You drain their key again, do another grapple. That second grapple is going to do massive amounts of damage. Like as you see with most of my videos, whenever I do a grapple, I'm putting out like 30, 40, 50k grapples, just big, beefy ass grapples. It's ridiculous. But yeah, actually, I guess I'll show you guys that.
It appears the odds aren't in your favor.
Not bad. Transfer.
Well
There
then,
we go.
I guess it can't hurt to move on.
Okay. Here it is. Meta. Meta gives you the thrust damage plus 5%, which is actually really good with the spear, and then reduce damage, reduce defense on grapple. That's just those are just the base stats. Once you max out your clan rank, that reduced damage on grapple will go up to 100%. It's really good. But that's pretty much the rundown of the build. Like I said, this build can take you through depths. You just got to make sure that you're maxing out your plus values and you're getting your level 200 gear. That's the only thing that really matters. If I were to try to take this into the depths right now, it would not do well. Of course it wouldn't, because it's not maxed out. But as for anyone who is just getting into the Dream of the Nioh and stuff like that, or you're maybe like you just finished Dream of the Nioh and now you're about to go into Underworld, this build will definitely take you through the Underworld for sure. It will get you through all 108 floors for sure. But enough of me talking. Let's hop into some gameplay. Alright guys, we're back in an event. You know what event this is. If you've never seen my videos before, this is in every single one of my videos. This is the best place to test out a build. For those of you who have seen my videos, you know that this is my favorite spot to come to, no matter what. But let's hop right into it. Done. Can't even pick up the stuff. I gotta drop some stuff. Let's see what I can drop. Okay, I can just get rid of this stuff. I don't need any of it. I'm not gonna use it anyway. Okay, let's get some of this ethereals. Hopefully I got a drop that I needed. If I didn't, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna grab some of this stuff just to have it. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna go to the next one. Alright guys, so before I hop into another event, I did forget to go over my skills. A lot of people do ask about the skills and which ones are the best ones to use. And again, I tell you guys, skills are situational. You use which skills that you think are best for the situation you are in. If you go into a fight knowing who you're about to fight, or go into a fight knowing that it might either be a yokai or human, that's what you do to switch your skills up. You determine whether you want to use that skill depending on who you fight, and also use skills that you are good with. Use the best skills that you know that you can use in combat. Don't worry about which is the best. Every skill is good. It just depends on how you use the skill. But as for the skills I'm running, Merciless Barrage, just because I like how flashy it is. This is normal. Rising Dragon, just in case I get knocked down, I can come back up with a nice little swing, as you see. I use Stability because Stability gives you increased attack range pretty much, and it also increases the damage of your thrusts. I don't really use Fluidity. The reason why I don't is because for some reason when I use Fluidity, in like key pulse, I don't get as much key back as I would if I was to normally just key pulse. If you don't know what fluidity is, fluidity basically gives you spear flourish, which is this little move that you do in high stance on your key pulse. It pushes the enemy back with that little twirl right there. It basically allows you to do that in any stance, and instead of just only high stance. The reason why I don't like it, like I said, is because for some reason whenever I key pulse using it, I don't feel like I get back as much key as I should. So I just stick to having it in high stance and leave it to and pretty much leave it there. So I go with stability. Of course, I showed you spear flourish. Tornado is my big damage dealer. It's the move that's going to deal the most damage for me, so I put the stat that's going to scale the most of my weapon on it. Windmill is just nice to have, just in case the enemy's out of key, like you saw what I did to the Mezuki. It's a nice move, nice finisher. Twisting Spear, this is really good for finishing off enemies that are out of key and low on health. It's also a good farming skill. I don't have the skill actually. If I go over here, I think it's Raging Strike. No, Mercenary Strike. Mercenary Strike will allow you to basically drop a rare item. Like it gives you a 10% boost on dropping a rare item. So say you want to farm a smithing text or something like that. You throw this onto the spear twirl, or the twisting spear, throw that on there, and you'll be able to, it's a good chance that you'll be able to get the smithing text that you're going for by finishing enemy off with that. I'm not really using wild spear as much. I'm pretty sure situations where it could be useful, but I don't use it. Water wheel, this is just a nice combo ender, especially when you're in mid stance. Mid stance is where you're probably gonna be doing most of your attacks anyway, because high stance, like I said, is my big damage dealer. So mid stance is just to get the key drain, high stance to finish them off. Triple threat is really good. It's quick and kind of flashy. It can deal a lot of damage depending on whether your enemy is in the position for you to use it or not. So I got triple threat on. Everything else is pretty much just there to be a placeholder. Pole kick I use for masterful slice, because if you don't know, most kick moves usually like drain the enemy's key. So I use it just in case like their key is really low, give them that little quick kick, boom, no more key, so I can just start pretty much mashing on them. And then Flying Monkey, I really like this skill. The Flying Monkey skill is really good because instead of like basically throwing you straight in the air, it can get you out of the way of certain attacks. Now there is a skill that I use on Flying Monkey. It is called a herd. Basically you do a Flying Monkey into that little spin down the pole you see. I like doing that because it's a good way to attack from above. Once you launch yourself into the air, you're out of pretty much eye frame of the enemy, and you can spin down and attack them from above. Sometimes it might not hit depending on if the enemy backs up or not, but it is a very good move to combo into. I could just put these on. Let's see what I'm gonna throw these on. Armor piercing, about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the skills. Like I said, skills are pretty much for your use. You decide what you want to use. It does not matter what you use, as long as you use it correctly. That's pretty much it. You use it however you feel as though you should. But yeah, we're gonna hop into a scroll mission. I had one set up for this one. But yeah. If you hear my squeaky chair, I'm sorry. I'm getting a new one soon, so bear with me. All right, let's do this. And just in case. Let's do it. He's done. Like I said, it'll take you through Dream of the Nioh, for sure. This build will definitely get you through Dream of the Nioh. This was a scroll of the Nioh. Pretty much same difficulty as Dream of the Nioh. Self-explanatory, pretty much. The build will get you through the game for sure. You just want to make sure if you're going into the depths, you gotta have it maxed out. You gotta have your gear at a high level. If you don't have your gear at a high level, they will punish you. Definitely will. So make sure if you take a certain build into the depths, you got to make sure you have it at a high level. Okay. I wouldn't go into the depths with anything less than 110 plus gear, in my opinion. Because like I said, it can get really hectic, and it also depends on how you build out your character. It depends on the rolls you have on your gear. If you don't have the good rolls on gear, then you're gonna suffer as well. So make sure that you're trying to get the best rolls you possibly can on gear. Make sure that you're getting the best rolls you can on your weapons and stuff. Just grind. That's pretty much it. This game is a grind. Like it's going to take a long time to get builds maxed out. So if you're willing to put the effort in, I guarantee you'll be rewarded. But we'll go to the next fight. All right, guys, we're back, and I thought, why not take on the spear guy himself, Mataza. We're gonna see how well we do against the spear master. Let's go. Mataza can be very annoying, so you want to make sure that you're pretty much not letting up on him. If you do, he could punish you, and he didn't fall. Key management is tough with this build. He's done. And again, like I said, I'm not the best with the spear at all, in the slightest. I honestly suck with the spear, but even I can beat him with this build. Like that's how powerful the build can become. Like in the right hands, this build will be ridiculously masterful. Like I'm sure it will. But yeah, like that's my spear build. If you guys do like it, I appreciate it. I ask that you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you stopping by. I thank you guys so much for interacting with me as well. It's so fun talking to you guys, so fun making these builds, so fun doing this in general. Like just because I know that there are people out there who are willing to watch, and I hope you guys continue to watch. I hope you guys continue to stick around for more videos. I have something special coming up, so stay tuned. And I will get back to anybody who leaves any comments, any questions, any concerns. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you so much. King Red Diamonds, and I'm out.